Now that I have shown you the, 100 feet bronze Sangrama which King Shiladitya failed to complete. It was partly completed, 100 feet bronze Sangrama. Huen Tsang goes on to tell us about an 80 feet high bronze Buddha statue outside the walls. Now what walls, whether it was Nalanda's boundary wall or what, I don't know. But outside the walls was a 100 feet high bronze Buddha statue. Now, this was 200 paces east of the 100 feet bronze Sangrama which Shiladitya Raja failed to complete. Now I have identified that bronze Sangrama as Panhar Kharij. Panhar Kharij. Now east to 500 to 700 feet east, that will be around 200 paces. Huen Tsang writes 200 paces east is the Sangrama. Where 200 paces east is the 80 feet high bronze statue of the Buddha. Now that is Panhar. And what does Panni mean? I explained in the 100 feet high 100 feet high bronze Sangrama video that Panni, when you go to an Indian sweet shop, you'll see a lot of sweets with a thin sheet of gold or thin sheet, silver sheet on the sweet. That's called Panni. Panni means a thin sheet. So basically, Panhar means there was a thin sheet of bronze covering the statue, which made the statue look like a bronze statue, and it was 80 feet high, folks. It was 80 feet high, and that bronze statue is Panhar, because according to Huen Tsang, it was 200 paces east of Panhar Kharij. Panhar Kharij is the 100 feet bronze incomplete Sangrama. So that is Panhar. Panhar means a thin sheet of bronze covering the statue. So basically, now where is it? Now you see Panhar village is over there. It's a Muslim village today, and it is east of Panhar Kharij. Now Panhar village, has a graveyard, and that graveyard has got undulating mud mounds. It's a huge graveyard. It'll be around 100 feet long and 150 feet long, and in it there is a the graveyard. It has got undulating mud mounds. Folks, that is where the 80 feet bronze Buddha statue is buried. And basically, see, there is a confusion on Hinduism and Buddhism. People have forgotten that their ancestors were Buddhists, but they know that it was their holy spot. So you have Hindus and Muslims fighting over that cemetery. It's a Muslim cemetery, and you have Hindus and Muslims fighting over that cemetery. In fact, Hindus have forcibly made a Durga temple over there. Actually, they have forgotten that it was a holy site, but they have forgotten that it was a 80 feet high Buddha statue. It's in that. Let's see what Huen Tsang has to say about that statue, and then I will show you the place, Panhar, in satellite pictures, and then I will show you the cemetery where the statue is buried, folks. Thank you. So, what you call it? You have seen the where that Panhar Kharij, where the brass vihara was 100 feet. Brass vihara it was. So now next to the eastward, next to the brass vihara eastward, 200 paces, means between 500 and 700 feet or so, outside the walls is a figure of Buddha standing. Now outside walls, this is very interesting, because this will be your Nalanda's walls, is a figure of Buddha standing upright and made of copper. So its height is about 80 feet. A pavilion of 6 stages is required to cover it. A pavilion of 6 stages is required to cover it. It was formerly made by Purnavarma Raja. Now Purnavarma Raja, and the place's name is Panhar. See that what I showed you, the 100 feet, what do you call it, the 100 feet Sangrama, brass Sangrama was Panhar Kharij. Kharij means postponed. But this is Panhar. Panhar means to put a layer of brass over the statue. So next to the eastward 200 paces. So next 200 paces from Panhar Kharij is also outside the walls is a figure of Buddha standing upright and made of copper. Its height is about 60 feet. A pavilion of 6 stages is required to cover it. It was formerly made by Purnavarma Raja. That is why it is called Panhar, folks. Purnavarma Raja, Panhar. Now let's see where it is in satellite pictures, and then I will show you. This 80 feet Sangrama is in today under a Muslim graveyard. That is very unfortunate for Buddhists, because it's going to be tough dealing with Muslims. It is under a Muslim graveyard. Purnavarma Raja. So I showed you Parsarai, where the 4 Buddhas sat, and then Panhar Kharij. Now see, the name Panhar Kharij is there, but the village is here, folks. The name has popped up there, the village is here. Now 200 paces to the east, Huen Tsang says, is the 80 feet high copper bronze Buddha statue. Now that is Panhar up here. That was Panhar Kharij. Panhar Kharij means what do you call it, postponement of putting a sheet of bronze on the 100 feet Sangrama. Now this is Panhar means what do you call it, 80 feet tall Buddha Sangrama, 80 feet tall Buddha statue with a coating of bronze on it. Now where is it, folks? Where is it? I will show you the video now. It is in these trees up here. This is a graveyard, a Muslim graveyard today, and it is disputed between Hindus and Muslims. Basically it is a Muslim graveyard, and Hindus, see, there is a confusion between Hinduism and Buddhism. There was no conversion from Buddhism to Hinduism, but you know, new words called Hinduism and Buddhism were created, which has created confusion. Now the local people know that it is their what do you call it, holy spot. They know it is their holy spot, so they are fighting for it. They don't know that they have forgotten that it's a 80 feet high Buddha statue, and it is a Muslim what do you call it, graveyard with undulating mud mounds. The whole, all these this under the trees, you cannot see it, but because it's covered with trees, it's all undulating mud mounds up here. And Hindus have possibly made a temple up here. So this is disputed, and this is where your 80 feet Buddha bronze statue is to prove the present day Nalanda was the real Nalanda. Alexander Cunningham, he searched high and low for this statue, but he couldn't find it because he was searching on the wrong place. That is actually Odanpura Sangrama. So basically he searched for this, but he did not have the ability to decipher names, Hindi words. So folks, that's what I have done. Now 80 feet statue, the area will be in its name. That is Panhar, folks. That is Panhar.
Okay, now folks, we have reached the cemetery. We have reached Panhar. See, look at the mud mound behind me. Look at the mud mound behind me, and now I'm going towards the cemetery, in which there is an 80 feet high bronze Buddha statue, folks, inside the cemetery. In fact, the Muslims also are, they are, surprised that it is all undulating mud mounds. Look at that. Undulating mud mounds. You can see that there is something buried under that mud. That mud was especially used to bury. And folks, the mud was got from Parsarai, because Parsarai there is a huge lake. Anyway, this is my Buddhist friends under this cemetery up here. This is your 80 feet high bronze Buddha statue buried up here. Most probably, that is according to me. I may be wrong, but I think I am right. This is for archaeologists to check, and I hope my Muslim friends, they cooperate. Look at this. The cemetery, and there's there's a war on between Hindus and Muslims. The Hindus are claiming this land as theirs, because they have forgotten the 80 feet Buddha statue, but they know that it was a very important prayer spot. They think it is a temple. It isn't a temple, folks. It's the 80 feet high Buddha statue, remnants of which the Hindus remember, and they have possibly made a temple on the gates of this cemetery. So folks, this is your 80 feet high bronze Buddha statue. Thank you, Huen Tsang.